Hey guys, welcome. This is Mark, Crypto Boy in Oz. It is just the 19th of June. I actually thought it was the 18th, but I didn't realise it's like 20 to 1 in the morning, so I'm just doing a late stream. I feel kind of bad because I didn't do one yesterday, and I'm trying to do them every day, but I'm like you, I work for a living, I've got a day job, and yesterday I was flat out with work. I didn't get home till very late, and then I had to get up at 5:30 this morning. So I actually can't believe I'm still awake. But this is what crypto does to you. It heightens your senses. It releases endorphins. It floods the mind and the brain with, I don't know. I swear to God, since I've been doing crypto, which is March, um, I'm sleeping less. Like I was getting like 8 hours sleep a day, and since I've been doing crypto, it's like I'm only getting 6 hours sleep a day, but I'm not tired. But I'm going bed. I'm going bed late. I'm going to bed a lot later because it don't matter what time I finish work, I've got to consume the same amount of content, watch the same kind of YouTube channels that I watch, like all the creators that I follow. I've got to watch them all, and then I jump onto like coin market cap in the charts, and I have a look at what's been moving, what's not, and then I look on um, all the different news channels just to see what's been happening, what FUD's been released. And I don't know if it's because I'm doing this podcast. I feel like I've got a bit of a responsibility just to share things with you, maybe. But it's for my own like well-being as well. And I think if you're going to make investments, I don't want to make an investment on the back of some guy on TikTok or someone on YouTube that's not necessarily got a clue what they're talking about. And even when I watch content on Crypto Ran, like Crypto Banter or BitBoy Crypto or Cryptos Are Us or Altcoin Daily, that doesn't make me buy a coin. That makes me intrigued. It gives me something to look at, and then I'll do my own research. I'll jump on the website. I'll jump on the Telegram group. I'll jump on the Medium page. I'll look at the founders. I'll look at the devs. I'll look at the use case of the coin and see if it's got anything different than any other project that's already out there, and then combine that with the information that I've got off YouTubers that I watch. Then I'll make a decision, and that's what you should do as well. So if I tell you something's good, I mean, I'm just like you. I'm just documenting what I'm doing as I'm doing it, which I kind of enjoy. And the more I do, the more I enjoy it. And I was hoping I've ordered some more lights. I really want a better camera, but I don't want to spend the money. And to be honest, this camera's not too bad. But I just want to make it look as good as it can be on a minuscule budget. So I've spent about $150 on two lighting rigs, so they can go either side of me, and then I've got some lights for the back as well, which I'm looking forward to setting up. I was hoping they'd have been here by now, but there you go. I did only order them on Thursday though, but I've ordered them from Amazon, so I expect big things. So let's have a look at. I can't get over the 12 subscribers. Right, the 2 people that have just subscribed to the channel, thanks. I mean that sincerely. And like, to me, it's more, I feel more proud and grateful that I've got these extra subscribers now than probably what you would if you've got like 1,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers, because when you get the network effect and people start sharing your channel, and you might start getting 10, 20, 30 new subscribers every week, then I don't know, you kind of get, you're still going to be grateful and you're still going to be thankful, but you get a bit complacent with it, I think. Or I suspect you will, because you're getting like acknowledgement from the new subscribers that you're doing a good job. Whereas like now, because I'm only so small, getting these 12 subscribers now means so much, because it means I'm doing something right. Unless you just subscribe just for the comedy aspect of it, and you're thinking, hey, what's this guy doing? Like, seriously, who's he think he is? And I hope you don't think that. But again, I just thought no one's like me. No one's producing content when they're on the same level as me, which is you, just starting out. So if you're just joining me first time, this is my story, and the initial idea behind it was 10k to 100k challenge, which is still kind of the same, because my investment at the minute is with 10k, but it's not what it was. It's changed, and I have invested more money. Like, look, it's 10k, but in realistic terms, that's probably about 7.5k, because I've put an extra 2.5k into it. But I don't care about the cash value, the fiat value, the dollar value, the pound value. Does not matter. I do not care. Like, and I mean that sincerely. It doesn't interest me. What I look at is, see here, I've got 87 polka dot. That's what matters. I've got 87. What the actual price is now, I don't care. And in all honesty, I actually enjoy it when the price goes down, because I can buy more. So I've just I've got another. I've said it on previous videos. I've got an Amazon business, and basically the money that I get paid from Amazon at the minute, I'm just using it to buy more crypto. So I love it. So when this price has just dropped, I've just transferred another $1,000 into an exchange. So as soon as that clears, I'm going to wait a couple of days, see what happens tomorrow maybe, and maybe the day after, because the prices have really started coming down again. So I'm going to buy up some more coins, and all my coins, this is my daily, like my kind of personal portfolio, and everything's working. Like, they're all working for me, so they're all like being staked. So anyway, I'll not bore you with that. So let's have a look at BTC. So this is BTC dominance. It's still up. I mean, it's going sideways a little bit, but it's still on the plus side. It's 45. I said once it gets to 50, I think that's when everything will change and Bitcoin will start going up to the moon, or slowly. I think it'll actually go up to around $46,000, trying to work its way up to that kind of level. I'll just jump on and find the BTC USD. BTC USD. In fact, I'll just look at the shorts. So look at this. People are still shorting Bitcoin. So this is bigger than it's ever been. And all these are bets that Bitcoin is going to come down in price. It's going to come down in price. All these people are betting this. So what I'm thinking is it's going to do the complete opposite. And the big whales, I think they're going to wait for this price. Just it might come down a little bit more. I mean, I don't know if it'll get to like 31,000. I think it's probably going to get a reversal, probably somewhere around 34,500. And I think it's going to have a pretty big bounce, because it'll just kill all them shorts. They'll get liquidated. And then what will happen? All the people that have been liquidated, because they've just lost out, they'll be buying back in and going long. And I say I'm not a TA, not in the slightest. It's just I've been learning through watching Sheldon the Sniper, so I've got to give him credit, because he's the guy that I kind of aspire to be as good as, because he's pretty awesome. That's why he's called a sniper. So yeah, so when you look at this, if Bitcoin does bounce and it goes to like 40, I don't know where it's going to go. I mean, maybe it'll get to 42 around this height, around this level, but it could go as high as 46 in all honesty. So that'll get rid of a lot of people that have shorted Bitcoin, and then it'll have a reversal. Then it'll retest It'll retest its previous lows, and then what I'm going to try and do is set some sell orders just to benefit that, and then buy them back. I'm not going to do it with all my portfolio though, because I've done that with large amounts before, and it's too much. You kind of panic a bit much. So I think just a small percentage of my portfolio I'll sell out, and I don't actually hold Bitcoin. So what I'll actually do is, because they all follow suit pretty much. So like if you look at them all, they all do the same. Like look at the Solana. Like there's not much difference in them. I mean, Solana's actually probably a bit of wild horse, because, well, is that a term? Wild horse? Unicorn, that's it. I think Solana's a bit of a unicorn because that's pumped when everything else has kind of fell flat on its face. But they're all pretty much doing the same thing. Like Matic, over the same time frame, I think that'll probably come to about $1.80 to $2. I think what I'm going to do is sell one of my Ethereum. So that's currently 2.2. I think Ethereum's probably got a good chance of pumping up to 2.8, 2.9. Let's have a look. Still trying to get used to all these charts and whatever you. So where are we? 2.8. I mean, it could even get to 3. I reckon somewhere around that mark. If it gets in this zone here, I think I'll probably put a sell order in for around 2.9. And then if it goes up even more, so be it. But it's good to retest. They always retest. So then I'll just buy back lower. And that's just a little tactic I've got just to make more coins, whether it be reinvest it in Ethereum or something else, or keep some in cash. But yeah, I think the market's definitely going to move. Definitely, it's going to either go down, or it's going to go up, or it's going to go sideways. That's a good analogy. But it's true. It's true. The candles tell the story. But I mean, it could go down a lot lower than it is. But there's a lot of Bitcoin dominance, you see, and everything's looking positive. Like Bitcoin, you're kind of getting the feeling because of the BTC USD shorts that are being made. Everyone's betting on Bitcoin coming down, and there's a lot of money invested here. There's a lot of money. So the whales, you kind of know it, that especially with this death cross looming, I think what is anticipated and what is expected, I think the complete opposite is going to happen. And I think Bitcoin is just going to, because once these start shorting, see what happens when they short, they're getting liquidated. So then they'll be buying back straight away, going long, because they want to get back in on Bitcoin before the price rockets. So what that does, with all these shorts getting liquidated, and then they're buying back in, it kind of, Bitcoin grows exponentially. It kind of goes parabolic in a burst. So I think that's what's going to happen. Could be wrong. Again, I ain't a TA. It's just from different things that I watch, and I try and interpret in a way that I understand. So we shall see. So at the minute, I'm not. I've no money in fiat. I've no dollars because I've just sent some cash in, $1,000 US, but that's not cleared yet. And then everything that I've got in the game at the minute is all in crypto. So I've no cash on the side or anything. So that's my story for today. I'm hoping tomorrow something's going to happen. I mean, the prices have already started coming down. I mean, if you look at, I'll just go back to just the main page. Like if you look at Bitcoin, I mean, that's down 4.7, Ethereum's down 5. And if you look at them, they're all the same. They're They're all down, what, 7's the most. No, Chainlink's down 8%. So everything's... Oh, Amp's down, but Amp had a massive pump that really shot up. Theta and Theta Fuel, they're up. But nothing's down on average more than 10%, I'd say. So, I mean, again, anyone that's got fiat, they've got cash, now is a good time to buy because everything's half price. That's what you've got to kind of get your head around. If you're new into the game now, don't look at these prices and think, "Oh, I'm going to wait for them to come down. I'm going to wait," because they might not come down. This might be the bottom, and all these prices now they're half price. Bitcoin was over 60 grand. Ethereum was $4,600. Binance Coin was, I think it got up to $680. Cardano's had a massive price increase anyhow. But I think that's been up to over I'm sure that's been over $2. Even Dogecoin was 70 cents, I think. Everything's kind of on special pretty much. Uniswap around $38, I think. Polkadot 36, 38. Solana's been, I think, $60, I think. Chainlink's double that. Everything is so cheap. So if you're thinking of buying, don't sit on the sideline. Dollar cost average, start laddering in. So if you've got whatever amount of money you've got, I'd start. If you don't want to put it all in because you might want to wait, and if it does come down, then just start buying it gradually. And then if anything does go up, always remember, just flick over to ADA. So let's look at ADA. I'm on a daily, so I'll come back to a 4-hour chart. So if you look here, if you look at where it started here on this is a few days back. So it was $1.40, and it's worked its way up to $1.60. So you might think, I don't want to buy it there, or you've missed it. You saw the price here. You didn't get it in time. You got on this 4-hour candle, got ahead of you, and you don't never want to buy in green because you don't know when it's going to retrace. So you always want to buy in red. So if you missed this and you saw it go up to $1.60, don't stress. Just wait for it to retest the previous low, and look at this. It's bang on, pretty much where it was, $1.40. And even this one got down to $1. It's at the bottom of the wick. I mean, that were only a few seconds, but here it was like $1.40. It went up to $1.50, and then it come back down again to just over $1.40. And that's what it does. That's how all investing through crypto or stocks, it's just all emotions and creating. It's basically people's emotions, and they just create buy and sell orders, and that's why they always do the same thing, because everybody knows that when you get a high, when you get like a price increase, it always retests, and there's no like science behind it. It retests because everybody always knows that it does it, and that's it. It's people's emotions, because what happens, people miss out on it, and they think, well, it doesn't matter, I'll wait for it to go up and I'll wait for the retest, because it always comes down to around the same area. So then they'll just set a buy order. And the same with the highs. When you get these highs, they kind of they'll go into a zone where they get to they'll go around the previous high. So like say if you didn't know this was here now, and sorry I'm boring you, I don't mean to, but it's going to do on this date and price thing. So say you you wanted to sell some ADA, and you might have bought it down here, or you want to trade it. So you might have bought it down here at $1.39. Then what you can do is look at this range here where it got to previously, $1.63, and then you probably say between $1.63, maybe $1.59, and you'd set a sell order. So then you just forget about what it does in between. You just leave it at that, and you set a sell order, and if it hits it, then you sell it, and then obviously do what you want with it, or you can buy it back later at a lower price. But the reason why you know that you've got this kind of little window here, $1, like in this case, a 4-cent window, because you're going off the previous highs, and doesn't work every time, but more often than not, it follows this pattern. So you can kind of read where it's going. Now, if you're working on a smaller chart like a 2 hour or 1 hour, it does the same thing, but obviously the price gains aren't as much. Like you're talking fewer percentages, whereas if you do it on a 4 hour, it can be a decent amount, like 135 up to $1.60 over a day or two. So I mean, I don't know if I've gone completely off track. I don't even know what I was talking about, so I don't know why I've got into that. But just a bit of an insight on trading, and I can't believe I'm telling you trading. I swear to God, a month ago, I just watched it. I watched Sheldon, and I knew nothing, and I kind of still think I know nothing. But how can that be? Because I understand. I understand what I'm kind of talking about. I mean, if I'm explaining it as good as I can, I'm not sure. But I understand trend lines, support lines, support, resistance, moving averages, this RSI when it's undersold or oversold. Kind of fascinating myself, really. Anyway, if you've got any questions, if I'm right or wrong about anything, put it in the comments. If you want me to talk about anything, any projects, or you want to tell me your story, maybe where you're at. I mean, I keep saying that, but I'd love to know who my audience is and what you're going through at the minute. Like, what's your story? Yeah, I'd be really interested. So I just wanted to finish. I've got a few stories that I've picked up on that are really good. So this one went live 5 hours ago. But the Miami mayor offers cities clean nuclear power to Chinese Bitcoin miners. This is massive. And if you don't know, Bitcoin 2021 were held in Miami, and basically Miami wants to be like the Bitcoin capital of the world, and it's probably living up to it, because especially with this, I mean, Mayor Francis Suarez wants to make Miami a Bitcoin mining hub by offering the city's cheap, clean nuclear energy. With Bitcoin mining concentration expanded in North America, Miami Mayor Francis Suarez is looking to position his city as a hub for crypto mining activity. Speaking to CNBC on Thursday, Mayor Suarez said he is inviting foreign mining companies to consider establishing data centers in the city. According to Suarez, Miami's ample nuclear electricity supply should attract Bitcoin miners looking to adopt clean energy sources for their operations, especially amid the current spotlight on the supposed carbon footprint of crypto mining. If you're unaware, if you've had your head in the sand for the last month or two, or you're just new into crypto, like, there's been a lot of FUD basically slagging off Bitcoin, saying it's really high energy usage and it's not good for the environment and blah blah blah, not taking into account how much banks are used by having banks open with staff, and then ATM machines, and then the trucks which need to bring the money to and from the banks. They don't talk about all that. talk about having Bitcoin miners, the machines using a lot of electricity, but obviously, if there's no banks, the cost of a mining machine is not really that important, is it? And it's only a percentage of miners that was using fossil fuels anyhow. A lot of countries obviously want to use renewable energy because they want to have free electricity. Well, they want to have cheap electricity, and by cheap, it's clean energy. So, and China's also banned a lot of mining, so there's a lot of Chinese miners wanting to come over to countries that have got incentives and they've got clean energy. So you've got El Salvador that's got volcano, we call it volcano fueled energy through thermal. I think it's through thermal springs coming up from the volcanoes. Then you've just got this story with Miami and the nuclear power. So it's all good for the crypto space, and it's good for Miami. And it's good for Bitcoin, and it's obviously getting it out of China, which is also a good thing too. So that's a really good story. And then there was this other one, hedge fund billionaire Stephen Cohen says he's fully converted to crypto. So again, you're just hearing more and more positive stories, and I'm sure it's all planned, I'm sure of it, because you just hear a lot of shit, like nothing but rubbish coming out for weeks and weeks, and then all of a sudden you're hearing all good stuff and good stuff and good stuff, and it's good to hear, but you kind of think there's people behind these news articles and how they release them. Like, they release them just at the right time, I think. So anyway, he's fully converted to crypto. You have to pay to learn. There's no way around it. You can talk all you want, but you've got to get in the game. And he's right. You've got to get in it, and it is a gamble, but you can't win it if you're not in it. So Cohen, whose net worth is estimated to be 14 billion, claims that he doesn't care about the Bitcoin price since no one actually knows when it's going to go up, and he's quite right. The legendary hedge fund is mainly focused on the disruptive potential of the blockchain technology. Despite the total crypto market value hitting $2.5 trillion back in May, the New York Mets owner believes that he's still early. "I'm not going to miss this," he said. "I've missed the first part, but I still feel like I'm early. I may look foolish initially, but it's accordingly to earn the game." Am I reading that wrong? "And then, when you're confident, take it to the next level." Cohen's bullish comments about crypto are not necessarily surprising. Last month, Blueburn reported that his firm was readying to enter the sector. For now, it's unclear how the most successful trader of our time has decided to approach blockchain and cryptocurrencies, but his recent statement hint at a major bet. So, yeah, when you've got someone of his stature going all in on Bitcoin, it's it doesn't get any better than that, to be honest. And it just says it all. You've got someone that knows so much about investing, and he's firmly believes in Bitcoin. That's like really, really, really good news. Final story. Grayscale expands its altcoin market presence with 1inch, BNT, Matic, Solana, and others. So again, altcoins are getting the glory now. It was all Bitcoin, then it was Ethereum. Now you've got altcoins what are coming into play. So the list of newcomers in Grayscale's product line include 1inch, Bancor, Curve, Internet Computer, Carver, Kyber Network, Loopring, Near, Polygon, Ren, Solana, and Universal Market Access, and Ox. In its official announcement, Grayscale noted that not all of the above-mentioned digital assets will form separate investment products. Apparently, some of the low-volume altcoins will simply expand existing portfolios. The investment company also recalls that creating an investment product is a complex and multifaceted process that requires careful market analysis and internal control, as well as providing reliable custody mechanisms and regulatory support. We will continue to update this list as we review additional assets. As the digital asset ecosystem expands, we invite our investors, partners, and the community to keep an eye out for periodic updates of the assets we explore in Grayscale, the company said in a statement. So again, Grayscale are massive, and they're going all in on altcoins by all accounts, or a lot of the ones they believe in. So yeah, if you're getting in now, you're still early. You might be 13 years down the line from some of these guys that got in Bitcoin when it was pennies on the dollar, but you're still in early. So invest now, change your life in 4 years. I seriously believe if you invest right now, especially now because the prices are so cheap, you by the end of this bull run, which could be towards the end of the year, or it could be early next year, no one really knows, but I really think everything's going to 10x, and then 4 years from now is when the life-changing wealth happens. So if you think you've got a 4-year plan, put as much money as you can afford in without gambling and without borrowing. Put as much money as you can into crypto. Not financial advice. It's just what I'm doing. Don't go into debt. Don't borrow money. But if you've got money sat in the bank, let it go to work for you, and give yourself life-changing wealth, and come on this journey with me. So we can look back. We can look back in 12 months and think, oh my God, I started off with $500 and I've got $5,000. I started off with $1,000, I've got $10,000. And realistically, it could be more. I mean, I'm being conservative, just because the prices have dropped so much, and we've kind of had this consolidation where everything's finding an equilibrium, like a good balance. But then come back. What I want to do is like build this community where we're all on the level. We're all on a level playing field. We're all at the same place. And I want to come back in 4 years with all you guys and just share stories and see where we're at. See how our lives have changed. Our families' lives have changed. That's my inspiration. And that's why I'm doing this channel. I mean, I could quite happily do what I'm doing and not record, not create this content. But I just wanted to create a faucet for everyone that watches all these YouTube channels. I wanted to create a YouTube channel where you can associate and feel like we're on exactly the same level. So, like, I don't BS you. Like, this is my portfolio, and it's exactly what I have. No more, no less. And as soon as I buy something or sell something, I update this on CoinMarketCap, and then my super fund is a separate portfolio which I've also shared with you as well. So I don't have any extra money in the game. This is my wealth. Like, this is my future. And then the other one is my retirement. But I'm hoping this what I've got here. Forget the dollar value. That doesn't interest me at all. I'm not bothered about it. It's what I've got here. This is what interests me, and this is what's going to change my life, and it's what's going to change your life as well. And obviously, I don't want you to copy me. I mean, there's no saying what I've got is any better than what you've got, and vice versa. And some of these might not be around in 4 years. Who knows? All I can do is make an educated bet, because at the end of the day, it's all like betting. It's just the more you know, the more control that you've got over what you're investing in. And I believe in any of the ones that I've got that have got a bit of risk, they're worth the risk. And then the ones that have got strong fundamentals, like Terra Luna, Harmony, Polygon, Binance, Define, XRP, Polkadot, Orcam Finance, and Giro Wallet. These are two new ones, but I think they're going to kill it on the Cardano network. on the Cardano blockchain, and Zilliqa. Yeah, so the list goes on. So anyway, I'll not keep any more of your time. Thanks for watching. It's been amazing. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you like this video, smash that like button, share it with friends. Again, I've got 12 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. And please leave some comments in the videos and just let me know, like, obviously, or send a message. So I want to know, like, what you've got, what you're interested in. If you want me to talk about anything, anything really, just get in touch, and I'll see you on the next video. In the meantime, invest well, my friends.